Flosstube. This is Leanne, Small Town Stitches, and I am back for my December update slash end of 2019 update. If you are new, welcome. This is a channel where we talk about cross stitch. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back to hang out with me and seeing my progress. So let's talk December. December was uneventful, thankfully. Nothing new to report. Still don't have a vehicle. My hair is a little crazy right now because it's raining outside. So it is what it is. Still don't have a vehicle. Still trying to figure out all that. Still down to one car, which has been a royal pain in the butt because my husband wants to start working. He had a part-time job lined up when all this happened, and with having to pick me up and take me to work and stuff, it just hasn't been able to work so far with having another job work around my hours. This is driving me nuts. So other than that, we had Christmas. Christmas went well. Christmas Day, we had my family over. And then we went to my dad's side yesterday. We went to my husband's family's side the Saturday before. So today is December 29th. That is the last Sunday in December. Thursday officially starts. We're out of 2019. So yeah, I got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after off of work last week. So I only had to work 2 days. I went back to work Friday and put in for a request. So I have Monday and Tuesday off now, and then Wednesday because it is a holiday. So I don't go back to work till Thursday, and I only work 2 more days this week. I mean, it was all PTO, but it's kind of nice. I'm out of a total of 10 days of work. I'm working 4. The rest is all PTO, so that's kind of cool. I'd rather hang out with my family any day. So that's about all that's been going on here. It's been uneventful and it's been good. So let's talk finishes. I fully finished 2 things. One was a gift, a commission piece. And yes, I forgot to take a picture before I gave it to them. So the other one I fully finished. It's crooked in the frame, and I don't know if it'll stay fully finished like this, but for now, you can see it's crooked a little bit down here. It's not fully even, but this was my Countdown to Christmas piece. I believe this was Country Cottage Needleworks. I'm debating still eventually about painting the frame red, but this is what we used as a countdown to Christmas. So you can't even tell now, but we used an expo marker, and my daughter crossed off each day until Christmas, and we had it circled, and it just wiped right off without anything. So this was our Countdown to Christmas piece, and we had finished this, I want to say November 30th, or maybe December 1st. I'm not sure, but we used this the entire month of Christmas, or the month of December, as our Countdown to Christmas piece. So, and like I said, the other piece I forgot to take a picture of, but I already gave it to them and they really liked it. So let's talk some stitching. So if you don't know Jen Lee's group, the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, that's primarily what I follow for my focus pieces of like my goals for each month. And I started that just a couple months ago. I started that in, I believe it was October. Let me see. Yeah, October. So my goals from October, which was, 240 minutes or 4 hours, or between 120 stitches or 480 stitches. So they've kind of grown. So I have my piece here, my monthly challenge right here. And you mark down each day. I need to start keeping track of better of like what pieces I do on which days, but I haven't really done that. As of yesterday, out of the 28 days in December, I had stitched all but 2. I didn't stitch the 14th and I didn't stitch the 28th, which was yesterday. So I have my December challenge right here. They kind of look like, sorry, that was a face. If I can stop. They kind of look like this. She comes up with an acrostic and you plug in your pieces however they may fit. And you can either do a tracking option or a non-tracking option. The non-tracking option would be to pick a goal, whether it be like a finish a certain section, a certain motif. That's the non-tracking. And then the tracking option, you can either track stitches or you can track time. So the tracking of the time is either 24 minutes, 240, which is 4 hours, or 480, which is 8 hours. Or you can count your stitches, which is 120, 480, or 1200. All my pieces this month got 1200 stitches at least. So I stitched like a mad woman. So we'll go in order. So December's acrostic was 12 days of X's. That's what she chose. So let's go in order. So for the first piece, for the number 1, I chose Graveyard Halloween by Stony Creek, which looks like this. I've been working on it for a while. That's what that one looks like. And I chose this because it's all done in one color. So here's a picture of Graveyard Halloween, either where you last saw it or before the challenge started, right here. I'm pretty sure I filmed an end of November update, so all of these pictures should be kind of where I left off on them last time. But this is where this piece is now. So this month have done, I finished all of this, the headstone. I finished the wording, and I started on this part, which is another headstone, the bottom of another headstone. So that's where this one is. This piece is stitched in Midnight Teal by Victorian Motto as my thread, and it's on a coloring cotton purple. I don't remember the name. It came in a fabric of the month, and she didn't used to include the names of them when she first started it. Since then, I'm no longer in a fabric of the month as of right now. But I'm looking to hopefully get back to that eventually, because I haven't been buying fabric specifically for certain pieces. I've just been pulling. There are a lot. My fabric stash has dwindled down. This is some of it right here, but I don't have a lot left anymore, so I'm hoping eventually either to join a fabric of the month club or just buy a bunch that I want. All right, so next is my Linen and Threads 2017 Mystery Sampler. It's free. It's on the Linen and Threads website. You just have to look for the 2017 one, and it breaks it down in different parts that they release different parts of the month, or different months, excuse me. This is what this piece will look like when it's done, because I don't have a printout. And I'll include that, and then I will just go right into where you saw this piece last right here. So this is done on a piece of coffee tea dyed Aida, and it is in the color Galactic, which is a color in cotton floss, and that's what the entire project is going to be in. And this is where this piece is now. I did quite a bit on this. Again, this piece got 1,200 stitches, just like Graveyard Halloween did. So I finished this part, and this is on the second part right here. So I really like this floss. Angela actually dyed me a bunch because I had given her a heads up that I wanted to use it for a specific piece. So I'm really liking this floss. And if you've never worked with color and cotton floss before, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my absolute favorites. So that one was for the number 2 because there was a 2 in 2017. All right, next is the letter D for days. And I am doing, thank you to Andrea from I Heart Andrea. It's called Crossword, not Crosswaro. It's a D. Whatever. Crossword by Long Dog Sampler. Looks like this. This is what the finished piece is going to look like. And I will go ahead and insert a picture of where this piece was last time you guys saw it before the challenge right here. All right, this piece also got 1,200 stitches. I feel like I'm flying by in this, or like flying through this video, but I guess I didn't have a 30-minute life update like I did in my last video. But here's this piece now. You can see me peeking out from behind it. I'm really enjoying this piece. This piece is also done on a color and cotton fabric, and it's stitched with Otter Creek by Gentle Arts. So the one change I'm doing, I don't think you can tell from this, I need to actually pull it out and put a lighter blue in. And I've seen a lot of people do like pinks and reds, but if you look closely in this piece, there are hearts, and like there's 2 hearts in here. There's another heart down here. So I was gonna try to incorporate my family's favorite colors in this. So for the heart I just showed you, I did it in blue. It's a very dark blue though, and that's my 4-year-old daughter's favorite color. So my husband thought it was a good idea. I just need to probably, dark blue's her favorite, but you can't really see that it's a blue in person because it's so dark. I just need to pull it out and make it a lighter shade. But I love this piece. It's a joy to stitch on every single time. And I love seeing the progress really fast on this. This one was a giant pain in my butt because I had counted wrong over here before. So when I went to do all this, it wouldn't have lined up because it was going into the bottom border. So I had to tear half of this vine out and restitch it. That's where part of my 1,200 stitches went. I didn't like that part. So that's where Crossword is. Thanks, Andrea, for correcting me. And now I know how to say it. All right, so for A for days, I did Halloween Quaker by Lila Studios because there's an A in Halloween. I am doing this in all the charted colors, which is something you don't hear me say very often. I usually make my own thing and just pull colors according, or the ones that I like, but this is the piece. I like this piece, but I like the color fabric, but it's weird when you stitch on a 18 count all the time. A 16 count feels just really weird to stitch on. And I know in the stitching community, Aida gets a lot of flack because it's not an even weave or a linen. Aida is what I prefer to stitch on. I just like it. So what I tell a lot of other stitchers who are not comfortable or who just like Aida is stitch on what you like. There's a lot of cross stitch groups that I'm in that I feel like force people towards even weave and linen, even when people don't like it. But stitch on what you like, because then you're gonna enjoy your pieces and you're gonna want to stitch on them instead of hate them and want to quit. So This is where Halloween Quaker was when you guys last saw it right here. I actually forgot how much I had done on this piece because it was, I think it was towards like the beginning of December that I actually worked on it. So I just had to like see for myself. So, all right, and here's where this one is. So I also decided to change some stuff on this one. If you look, let me get it back out. I like to customize pieces a little bit. If you look, there is a H and a W, a random W here. I'm not exactly sure what the H and the W stood for, because if you look over here, that's where you put your year and the initials of the person who stitched it. So I'm not really sure what those were. So obviously I didn't just put a random H and a W in my piece. So what I decided to do was I made 2 hearts instead and put a B in one for my husband because his name's Brent, and an I in the other for our daughter whose name is Isabella. So their initials will also be on this piece. I thought it was a good idea. So that's what I have done so far. And I love this piece. I want to get the Christmas one, and I want to stitch the Christmas one now. But yeah, that's where that piece is. And for those who are asking, I did all, like I said, I did all the called for flosses, but I chose my own fabric, and I'm using Haunted by Picture This Plus. That's my fabric I'm stitching this on. So that was for A. Y, oh, I'm sitting on a wood floor, Indian style, and it's hurting my foot. I chose Liberty Lane, which is by Country Cottage Needleworks. This piece's goal is also 1,200. Like I said, every single piece got at least 1,200 stitches. This is what this piece looks like. I am doing the Priscilla version, which can be found on her blog. I will try to link her blog below, but I am no way taking credit for this color conversion because it's hers. She came up with it. So I'm going to go ahead and include a picture of where Liberty Lane was last time you guys saw it right here. This piece is so cute. I love the color conversion from Priscilla. Here's where it's at. Quite a bit done. There's a whole nother house there that wasn't there last time, including words and stuff. So I'm really liking the dark colors on this. It's crooked in my Q-snap, but oh well. I'm really liking the dark colors and how they pop on this. And again, it's tea-dyed, coffee tea-dyed Aida. 9 times out of 10, I'm stitching on an 18 count Aida, unless I tell you otherwise. So the next is a new start for December. It's an S for days, and it is a Etsy pattern by Zindagi Designs, and it's a cross. So she didn't name it, so I call it the cross piece. So it's an S because crosses has S's in them. The goal was to try and get this done for my parents for Christmas. Didn't get done because I totally could have racked this out, but it just didn't get done. I am using Old Cover Bridge by the Gentle Arts as my floss for this. It's like a brown-green variation. And I can show you the pattern. I'll show it way back here, but looks like that. But it's actually really small. Really small. This is stitched on an 18 count Aida. And again, I got 1,200 stitches. It was a brand new start, so I don't have a piece to show you beforehand. And I only have like this much left to do on the bottom. So it's very small, and this is what it looks like. Don't mind my ends. My hoop mark. I really like the coloring on that. I'll be able to do a whole nother one if someone wanted it, but I probably will even be able to do it on this exact fabric too on the back of it. But yeah, that's 1,200 stitches, and it will probably only go till like here, and it will be done. So maybe I'll work on this one today. I was actually trying to figure out what I wanted to stitch today. Lately at night I've been crocheting, and I'll explain that too. So that was another 1,200. Next is my Frozen by Donut Stitch for O for Olaf, or O for Frozen, however you want to look at it. This piece got a lot of love this month. So, apparently I don't know how to do math, but I did 1,200 stitches on this plus 1343. So I did, sorry, 2,543 stitches on this. Sorry, I like just jotted numbers down. So for those who don't know what this piece is or need a reminder, this is Frozen by Donut Stitch. And this is where this piece was when you guys last saw it, right here. I got a lot of progress on this one this month. I'm trying to put things away as I come across them, because otherwise I'm going to have a giant mess. And I just brought all my cross stitch pieces actually upstairs from our family room, because now that I have a craft room, oh whatever, I'll get that later. Okay, this is where it's at. Lots and lots of progress on this one this month. Da, 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 da. So we have a page finish, which you can start to see Sven and Olaf, and now I'm working on another one. So the row that I'm on right now, you can see one row completed already. I'm on the middle row, and then we have a partial row on the bottom. This is going to be interesting because look how far down I started this. So it's going to be playing chicken towards the end, trying to get all this left, because it's not going to leave me much of a border. But I mean, come on, we all make mistakes like that. So at least I sure do. I don't know about everybody else, but. So that piece ended up getting over double what I had meant. But I finished my goals last week. Yeah. So it's been just kind of like, it's always a free-for-all, but I always want to meet my goals. So I've just been stitching extra. All right, so we have 3 more pieces. Next is F, and I did my full coverage for my F. And that is this one. It is Halloween Night by Tilton Crafts. And this piece I'm extremely, extremely proud of this month. I did also get 1,200 stitches on this piece, and I had my first page finish, you guys. So I finished 1 page and I have 31 left to go, including partials. So, oh hey, this is where this piece was when you guys last saw it last month. Okay, now I can show you. This is where it is now. So I have my page finish, my first page finish here, which you can totally see in person. I don't know how it is. You can definitely see it pop more than you can just looking at it in person. And I started page 2 next to it. So this is a whole nother page 2 all the way across right here. And you can start to see more tree. But yeah, that's where this piece is. So super excited about that. All right, next I have another new piece that I had started. It is called, let me get it out real quick. It's called The Lord's Prayer. It's a kit by Designworks, and it looks like this. I completely color converted it because I didn't like the colors, which were these. I just didn't like them. So I color converted it. This piece eventually is going to be for my parents. And I also went through things and did it differently because I don't like how it's just faded all right here. I didn't like that look. But this was another new start. And 1,200 stitches in, this is where I got to. So as you can see, I'm totally using purple up for the border. And I'm doing it in gray and purple. Purple is being the accent color, which is going to kind of appear in just like the motifs on the front or on the top and the bottom and stuff. Purple is my mother's favorite color. And I will show you what I'm using for floss. So there's actually 2 different grays in it because that's just what it calls for. So I'm using both by Victorian Motto. I'm using Haunted Lagoon and Ghoulish Gray. They're 2 different shades of gray. And then for my purple, it's Bellflower by Color in Cotton. So I actually had 2. One from when I was in Angela's Color in Cotton, and then I left that Color in Cotton thread of the month and joined Angela Trisha's from Threads Entwined. I get them from her, and she just does the alphabetical color in cotton, and I really like that as well. So if you guys are interested in doing the alphabetical color in cotton, contact Trisha at Threads Entwined. I just talk to her all the time on Instagram, and I'm not sure if she has any more of a 10, but she also does the 5 skeins for her club. So I will try to link Trisha's Instagram below for her shop. All right, last but not least, we did 'Twas the Night by Sue Hillis, which is this one. I love this. I'm not doing the border just because it's not a big, I'm not a big fan of it. It's just me personally. It looks pretty when other people do it. It's just not my personal taste. This is where this piece was when you last saw it last month. I'm doing it on, I don't even know what they call it, but it's just an 18 count Aida with like gold fleck running through it. That's my fabric. And don't ask me why, but I did it in Sullivan's floss and it's not my favorite. It looks good. I won't stitch with Sullivan's again though. This is where we're at. I got a lot of progress done. So this piece I actually got a hold of Jen and was trying to figure out how to count my stitches officially because I'm doing 1,200 on everything I did for this month because all of this is back stitched. So she told me to do whatever I wanted. So I did 2 back stitches because technically that would equal 1 full cross. So that's how I got my 1,200. So there's 2 back stitches per, that would equal 1 full cross. So I really like this piece. I'd like to have it done in time for Christmas next year so it can be framed and hung on the wall. And who knows, with as much progress as I've been getting, it could happen. So those are all my pieces. I stitched on 11 for December and 1,200 on every single one at least. So I did lots and lots of stitching in December. So let's go over January plan. No, it's not. Let's back up. Let me find the one piece I didn't work on this month that I have. We'll kind of just do a end of 2019 whip rotation. There's only one piece that I have this month that I didn't work on. And that is Wicked Witch by La Di Da, which is this one. And I'm doing it on an 18 count Ada from To Die For Fabrics. I don't know the name of them. If you have ever bought from To Die For Fabrics before, she doesn't really have like a name like, I don't know, Tan Forest. Say that. Doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm saying. She doesn't have a name. It's like Blue Gray 1, Blue Gray 2, Blue. That's how she kind of names her stuff. So she doesn't have names. It's just like she dyed this and that's what she's offering. But this is stitched in Goblin Cloak and Eerie Fog by Victorian Motto. And this is where this piece is. I'll just show you right now. It's going to be way smaller than I was anticipating it being. But hey, I have extra fabric. This is where this is. That's as wide as this piece is. Like, it's as wide as this piece is. So it's going to be very long and narrow. And I want to say this piece is, let me look at my, yeah, this piece is over, I'll flash it real quick. You can see I've already marked off. So this piece is over probably 3/4 of the way done. So that's my only whip that I didn't work on this month. I try to hit everything in 1 month. Not always, but we'll see. So now you saw on my December acrostic progress, you saw my only whip I haven't worked on. Let's do my one bit of haul, and then I'll show you my little bit of crochet I did. I'll show you a picture of my blanket I finished. We'll talk January plans, and then that'll be it from me for 2019. So my only bit of haul that I've had was my November, I think it's November. It's either November or December. I don't really know how the whole color of the clubs work, but it was my Gentle Arts colors from my nest egg from Trish at 3 Owl Threads. I get mine from her. I get the 10 yard skeins. So I mean, if you watch Michelle Bendy, she gets the exact same things I do, so I'm not going to go over all the colors, but there's these. I'm going to have to say my favorite colors out of all of this, I think are, well, first of all, I love a good gray. Gray's my favorite color. I like black licorice. I like, I'm going to start throwing them down. Blackboard, but if you look at black licorice and blackboard is blue tinged. But I also really, really like this blue spruce color, which is a total dark evergreen. So that is my only purchase. I didn't purchase anything in December. So I have a little bit of a stitchy gift, and that is from Susanna. She changed her name on Flosstube. I want to say it's something like Reinventing Sue's or something like that. I will link her below. She had been absent for quite a while on Flosstube. She's coming back. She was the one I talked about probably a year or so ago who had all the health problems. She's back. She included a new Flosstube as well as a new like a life update. She's been through a lot, so if you watch her life update, you may want a tissue. I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, so she gave me a little stitchy gift. I think it's super cute. The sign she bought, I can tell you where she bought because it says Hobby Lobby on the back of it, but she put the floss there. It doesn't come like that. I thought it was super cute. I'm gonna hang it in my craft room, which is where I'm at. Hang that on the wall. I think it's super cute. So she also decided the other day to come to the Cross Stitch shop, which is a couple minutes from my house, which is Stitches and Things. And she asked me for my address, and she put a couple of gift cards in my mailbox to Stitches and things. So thank you, Susanna. I was going to try to do a like a no buy this year into Stitch from Stash. I didn't get any cross stitch stuff for Christmas. My husband and I, we just got, because of everything that had been going, my car breaking down and everything else like that, we didn't do Christmas for each other yet. That'll probably come later because, let's be real. So we didn't do Christmas for each other. We just did them for our daughter. And usually I get like cross stitch, like a gift card from my parents for Christmas. And they bought me an Instapot this year. So, I didn't have any time to kit up a couple of things that I really wanted to start. So I think I'm just going to try to, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll do Stitch from Stash and just save up my monthly budget and spend it all at once. Can you do that? We'll find out. Okay, let's talk crochet real quick. And then we will talk January plans and we'll go from there. So I had this idea for my sisters-in-laws and stuff next year. They don't know I do Flosstube, so that's okay. To do like, I actually asked on my Instagram if people thought that like pot holders and like homemade washcloths and stuff would be like a good gift. And everyone said yes. So this is just one I had started. The ends aren't woven in or anything. So I have a couple washcloths here. They're just messing around, so they're not fully squared, but it's with that, what is it, sugar and something. Anyway, it's 100% cotton because you need something really tough for washing dishes, otherwise it will fall apart. So I did this in a half double crochet. I got 2 of them here. I started last night or yesterday on another one, so you can see this one. So it's just nice because I can do it without even like concentrating and thinking really. So I keep this, actually these can go up here, but I keep this downstairs and I have a couple other colors in here that I had bought in. So I have Sugar and Cream, that's who it's by. So I have like this color, a dark teal, and then this color. So I'm gonna put those in here, and that's my crocheting that I've been working on. My big finish though is I finished that blanket I have been talking to you guys about. So it's just folded sitting on my couch right now. I'm gonna insert a picture. It is, if I stand up and hold the blanket, it's taller than I am. So, but that was my goal because I like, when I'm laying on, I like my blankets big enough so if I'm laying on the couch, they cover me. So, all right, let's talk January plans. So I am signed up to do the January Acrostic through 24 hours of cross stitch. I'm also in the, not Enchanted Stitches. I forget the name of the group, but it's like a Disney theme that they're doing this year. I'm signed up in that group too. I just don't know if I'm going to finish it. So let's, all right, sorry. Husband has been trying to figure out, he went to the Verizon store today because we're both eligible for upgrades on our phones. And we both have had a lot of problems with our iPhones. So I never really have had a lot of problems before, but I've had a lot of problems since I bought this phone, and we made the decision that we're switching. We're not gonna be iPhone people anymore. So he went, and apparently with the upgrade thing, Apple has a thing where you can upgrade your phone like halfway through, but it has to be to another Apple product. So he was super disappointed when he came home, and he was just downstairs messing around with it and was able to do it online through the Verizon app for his upgrade, but you can't do it in the store. So his phone's supposed to be here in like 2 days. So he's super excited. So, let's talk January plans. So anyways, I'm in the group, I don't remember what it is, but it's the one that did Harry Potter this year, but they're doing Disney next year. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm still up in arms if I'm gonna do it or not, because the acrostics work really well for me. So that's kind of what I'm thinking to stick with, at least right now, every month. So the 2020 January acrostic has been released. Actually, you can buy her planner and get them all right now, plus all this stuff, and I'm debating it, really am. But so that's this, and anyways, this is the one that's online. So you can get a calendar, you get the holiday one, which I don't do the holiday one, and you get the monthly one. So far, the January acrostic is Ready, Set, X's with an exclamation point for cross stitch. And I have plugged in Halloween Quaker, the Our Father piece. I have Halloween Quaker down twice. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be on there twice. I'll have to look at that. But I have all my pieces that you already looked at, except for my Halloween piece by La Di Da. Not sure if I'm gonna plug that in this month, or she was talking, I just wrote it down, just me brainstorming, but she was saying for the X sometime, or for the exclamation, you can kind of take it however you want. You can do a new start, you can just do a random thing, you can work on another piece. So that's the only one I don't have planned out, but I have all of my stuff planned out, and I'm doing this again for my goal for each piece. So we'll see how that works. So those are my January plans, is just, as of right now, to go with that acrostic. I have a couple pieces I want to start in 2020 for sure. One is a new ink circles. Well, it's not new. It's an ink circles piece that I want to do on that purple fabric I had bought that I talked to Michelle, and I think I'm going to stitch it on purple, with purple too. I think it would look really cool. I want to start another full coverage, which is one of them that I bought online. One of my Disney pieces. I want to start that. I want to start my, I can't think. There's a bunch of things I want to start this year. This one. I want to start my Prairie Life sampler, which is going to be stitched on this. I really want to start that. I need to go through and figure out what I would need to buy floss-wise for that. I need to come up with fabric for, I have another ink circles right here, which is this one. And I have a hank of floss that I want to stitch that in from Silks for You. So I have to get fabric for this one, figure out what would work best with that color hank. There's just a lot I want to stitch on. I told Suze that when she gets her Monster Mash, we'll sell them together. Mine is going to be this one down here that I'm going to stitch. So Suze, let me know when you get that. We'll sell it, okay? I don't know if I'm going to do a January 1st start or not. We'll kind of see how that rolls. Right now I'm kind of just enjoying my rotation that I've got going on. I don't know what I'm going to start doing though when I start finishing this stuff. We'll see. We'll see what I get done. So that's the end of this floss tube from me. I'm going to go edit this. You guys, this is my last floss tube of 2019. 2019 has been a little bit of a struggle for us, for our family, but here's to a better 2020. Here's to hopefully getting a working car so my husband can can work. I know he's anxious to at least get something part-time. And here's onward and upward for a new year, new start, fresh start, better life. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas or holiday, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. And here's to a happy and healthy and safe new year. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.